Hello, my name is Joy Wisdom, and welcome to the Integrated Personal Medicine Conference, June 2025. And this is my recording of the talk that I am giving, influences of the gut issues that we can have, influences of intergenerational trauma and gut performance. We need more than diet and exercise. And unfortunately, there are a lot of hidden aspects that are around our digestion and how we are performing and our baselines for our systems to work with us. We are more than we eat. Or is it predetermined? Our lineage, our parents, etc., effect of our systems. Essentially, diets change. They're having gut issues, constipation, diarrhea, allergies. All of these things are influenced by what we eat. But it's not necessarily what we eat, it's how we are receiving that food, what we can absorb, what systems are malabsorbing, and why just changing diet doesn't work. We need to look at the much, much bigger picture that's going on for the individual. And there can be all sorts of issues or traumas that have changed how the digestive system works. It's a very delicate balance, and our internal state of digestive system may be compromised from the get-go, from utero. Historical lineage and gut issues, mother's physical system and gut performance. Is it good, bad, or indifferent? Before pregnancy, during pregnancy, and certainly I have worked with women to help improve their digestion while pregnant. That has also then gone on to help their infant. Dad's, of course, as well, is going to be in there. How is his physical system? Does he have issues around digestive? Is it a cultural, a lineage thing? Are there allergies, skin issues? What's the history here? Are there certain food allergies? And it goes way, way beyond just the digestive system. And certainly how the mom eats, how she nurtures herself while pregnant will affect the development and certain gestation periods. Very, very important for the infant. So different stages of gestation and formation may be compromised by how the mother cares for herself while pregnant. Does she skip meals? Is she fearful of putting on weight and losing her shape? A lot of media coverage and pressure these days. And is mom overactive while pregnant? Are there underlying health or gut issues? Candida, food allergy for mom can be very, very active while pregnant. But again, it's what is that hormone secretion, biochemical influences that baby will inherit or have those baselines of. Certainly, the influences around gestation and how formation is taking place is down to very minute changes for the mum that will affect the infant and the progressive formation of their different systems, including the vagus nerve functions, nervous system functions, the coping strategies that we will pick up from utero. And formation, especially in the last trimester, has a huge impact upon the infant, setting the baselines for life, the nervous system sensitivity, hormonal, cortisol, and adrenal coping or stress levels that have been excreted and felt from mum. Excretions and malabsorptions, creating the individual's baselines, can be inherited from utero. The dominance of the egg, the sperm, that also comes down from previous generations, and setting the scene for life and how we interact with food. Is it something we do before the washing up and we can go out and play? Or is it something that we nurture, we are digesting properly, or are we rushing it? Is it going straight through us? Do we know when we are full, when we're satisfied? Do we have hormone oxytocin kicking in, feeling satisfied with what we've eaten and stop eating? Or is there no stop, where we gorge or overeat with no oxytocin regulating how we feel? Trials have taken place, and there is one particular trial around pregnancy in the war and how starvation affected the mother during those times. And the infants went on to create obesity because they hadn't had enough in their gestation period, and that stuck with them. So they overate. And it was quite a long trial, and the findings are fascinating. Oxytocin is secreted in our natural birth process and in our parental bonding, that bonding that takes place after birth. And levels of oxytocin are passed down from generation to generation, ignited with feelings of love, compassion, and intimacy. And the hormone oxytocin is released in sexual act. The intimacy is released with ejaculation. And we can be formed from oxytocin. Oxytocin releases the feelings of contentment. Type of birth experience can enhance or reduce oxytocin, and why bonding is critical experience to ignite and pass on. To feel this interaction, love, and contentment that can be felt from those very early moments of birth and new life. The bigger picture and the full effects of transgenerational trauma is still being proved, and the impacts of transgenerational trauma goes way beyond the emotional mental state and straight to internal systems and biological standards a person will live with. The limitations and impacts are variable. However, cause and effect remains unique to the individual, formed in the womb from the dominance of the lineage, passed down through DNA. And the digestive systems are formed in the womb. And depending upon the digestive strength and weakness of parents, grandparents, allergies, or digestive issues in the family, the good bacteria of the mum. And the type of birth is really important because infants pick up the good bacteria of mum when they come through the birth canal. If they are not going through that birth canal, they lose out. So C-section, and the other way of picking up the good bacteria is through breastfeeding. Again, if we're not breastfed, we're bottle fed, we miss out on that good bacteria being passed down. But we can also have trauma in the womb or the type of birth. And again, that can interrupt the bonding process. A lot of fear and trauma, stress can affect the gut and how we excrete. And as a craniosacral therapist, many, many years of 22 years of input from craniosacral and working with children, I can tell you that their gut is one of the first places to shut down. And children, I see children who have only excreted once a week, obviously from an adult perspective, that is a lot of congestion here and emotion, trauma that's stopping the excretion. That will go on to cause all sorts of unwell feelings for the infant, headaches and not feeling well. And of course, they can't tell us, but the gut does. And certainly the lack of excretion, we need to change that because infants should be excreting twice a day, not once a week. If we don't correct that, they can then go on to have things like skin allergies or food allergies that are going to affect them in one way or another. So the gut has a big performance here to deliver on a daily basis, and adults as well as infants have lots of issues around this, and correcting the gut performance is key to diet and better health. Historical lineages and experiences do pass down biochemically, affecting the future generations of today. And individuals can be living with grandmothers and grandfathers' digestive quirks. Parents take on the dominance and pass on to future generations. And of course, we've had a lot of issues with harsh living, starvation, and issues around eating through centuries. When it's passed down, it can make infants more prone to allergies, emotional distress, and even ADHD issues, mental health, etc. So there is a big knock-on effect, and by correcting the imbalances, influences, we can help the adult and the infant to have a better life. Harsh living, shock, adverse trauma, numbness leads to poor digestive systems, neuron and vagus nerve performance, and defaulting to trauma impacts from events and experiences. Additionally, lineages, traumas pass on, affecting digestive system, psychological and emotional state. And changing diet is not enough to correct trauma and intergenerational impacts. Certainly from the Holocaust victims, survivors, Israeli Haifa University in Israel investigations found that it wasn't their children, but their grandchildren that picked up on the depression, the anxiety, issues around emotionally and mentally from their grandparents. We can be inheriting tastes, our likes, our dislikes, our coping strategies can all be affected on a biochemical, hormonal, emotional, mental state that can be passed down through the lineages. Underlying poor system or digestive function may be dominant with no awareness for the individual, and transgenerational factors hidden from view are part of the picture, often missed by a professional. Why we need integrated personal care to identify individuals' needs and remove the theory or outcome, as the outcome is the result of, not necessarily the cause. And we really do need to look at the background, the history that is going on for the individual and what is affecting them today, because we are all unique in that makeup. Even from the same family, we can have different issues affecting. And DARE, Dissolve and Resolve Emotions, is the integrated therapy methods that I teach and also use. And it includes skills and approaches to dissolve and resolve impacts that overveils future generations. And this is a body, mind, emotion, whole body interface that looks at the hidden factors of trauma, but also intergenerational impacts. It's a Somoto release is underestimated by science and society. And if you would like to come and talk to us about this further, you can find us at the Interpersonal Integrated Therapy Conference at the QE2 Centre. Our stand is stand F29. Please come and have a talk to us or contact us direct. And here are the details to do that. I look forward to talking to you about the bigger picture of help and how new training solutions can help you to help your clients and yourself to the bigger picture and longevity of better health. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.